How to stop being sad. Here's how to get through your short-term melancholy. First, figure out why you're sad. Sometimes it's easy to pinpoint the reason you feel upset, like if you just can't get over your ex. Other times you may be sad for no discernible reason. When this is the case, try getting out a pen and paper and write without stopping for 5 minutes, suggests life coach, radio host and author Sunny Joy McMillan. She calls this brain dumping. You can also try journaling, meditating, yoga or any other practice that will help you focus on your inner self. Then, let it hurt. When you avoid sadness altogether, you're actually doing more harm than good. You can't heal what you don't feel, says life coach and author Nancy Levin. In other words, stop binge shopping, stop your back-to-back-to-back-to-back spin classes, stop the tequila shots, or anything else that numbs. As uncomfortable as it may be, embracing your sadness is actually the first step to feeling better. Attempt crying it out. Levin says when she is sad, she likes to do something she calls crashing. I put on music or movies or shows that I know will help me cry and have a release, she says. While this may seem counterintuitive, she's actually onto something. Only humans exhibit emotional crying, says Dr. Matt Bellis, PhD, psychologist, and author. And not to get too science-y, but Bellis says a biochemical analysis of tears found an endorphin named leucine enkephalin that is known to reduce pain and improve mood. So, let those tears flow. Now, try moving on. Once you've ugly cried until your eyes burn, it's time to get a grip on things. It could take a few days, a few weeks, or even a few months. Grief doesn't live on a timeline, says Levin. But you can't stay in a dark hole forever. Here's how to crawl out. Set the bar ridiculously low. Lay the groundwork for success by initiating action in the smallest possible increments, suggests McMillan. For example, you brushed your teeth, hurrah! You made some coffee, you go. Once you get moving, you may be surprised that you feel inspired to do more, she says. Find what does make you happy. And laugh. This is the opposite of crashing. Instead, pick a few authors, musicians and/or movies that really make you feel good, suggests McMillan. Whether you gravitate towards something that gives you a broader perspective on life or just a simple, silly comedy, choose work that lifts your spirits. Even a cat video on YouTube can be helpful. Laughing in response to pain and sadness can be a terrific coping mechanism, says Bellis, adding, laughter releases endorphins similar to exercise, reduces the stress hormone cortisol, and increases dopamine, aka the feel-good hormone. Of course, the grieving process takes time, so there is no shame in not wanting to laugh for a while, assures Bellis. And find your people. Having a support network is important, especially if you're going through a difficult time. If you don't know where to begin, start doing things outside the home that include other people, says Borton. For example, pick something that generally interests you, like a running club or a photography class. You'll be surprised how quickly a community forms. And while it's great to have friends IRL, even an online community can offer kindness and an accountability. Try searching Facebook for groups that may be able to offer support, for example, a bereavement, grieving support group. Or, search groups by interests, travel, cooking, even crochet, to find like-minded people who can lift your spirits with a common passion. Just make sure the online group is a loving place, involving people with a common goal, says Borton. Reframe your thoughts. Let's say that after a breakup, you keep telling yourself you'll never find love again. After all, you feel like your heart has been torn out with a butter knife, and even watching The Wedding Singer again and again hasn't helped. It's time to change your negative narrative. Therapists call this technique cognitive restructuring. For example, says McMillan, instead of telling yourself, I'll be alone forever, try saying, I will find love again. or if that's a stretch, even saying, "I may find love again," is better. You'll feel more peace and less sadness, and eventually you will even believe it. Spend time in nature. Rockmore recommends experiencing the outdoors with your 5 senses. She calls this behavioral activation. Paying attention to what you see, feel, hear, smell and possibly taste in nature may help you out of your slump. Getting out of hibernation and being active stimulates the nervous system and gives people the opportunity to see beauty in the world, says Rockland. Seek help. If your sadness goes beyond the blues, your sleeping patterns and eating habits change, you're not interested in activities you used to enjoy, you owe it to yourself to feel better.